Hello, quiz buddies, and welcome back to Quiz University.
Welcome to the Ancient Civilizations quiz. Dive into the fascinating worlds of Egypt, the Indus Valley, and Mesopotamia with these 30 thought-provoking questions. Every answer includes a full explanation, allowing you to enhance your knowledge and complete a thorough revision, perfect for school, college, or competitive exams. Why was the Nile River considered more benevolent than the Tigris and Euphrates? A. Its floods were predictable and gentle. Unlike the violent and unpredictable floods of Mesopotamia, the Nile's cycle allowed for organized agricultural planning. What was the primary purpose of a Mesopotamian ziggurat? B. A dwelling for a god. Ziggurats were temple towers believed to connect the heavens and earth, serving as the home for the city's patron deity. The Code of Hammurabi is famous for which legal principle? B. Retributive justice. Eye for an eye. It was one of the first written law codes, emphasizing that the punishment should fit the crime, though it varied by social class. Which Egyptian pharaoh attempted to shift the religion from polytheism to the worship of a single sun disk? B. Akhenaten. Akhenaten introduced the worship of Aten, representing one of the earliest recorded forms of state-sponsored monotheism. What was the name of the Sumerian writing system characterized by wedge-shaped marks? C. Cuneiform. Developed around 3200 BCE, cuneiform was written by pressing a stylus into red clay tablets. In ancient Egypt, what was the ka? B. The spiritual double or soul. Egyptians believed the ka needed a preserved body, mummy, and food offerings to survive in the afterlife. Which Mesopotamian civilization is credited with inventing the wheel and the plow? A. Sumerians. The Sumerians were great innovators whose inventions formed the backbone of early Bronze Age transport and farming. The Rosetta Stone was crucial to history because it helped decipher B. Hieroglyphics. It contained the same text in Greek, Demotic, and hieroglyphics, allowing scholars like Champollion to unlock Egyptian history. What was the significance of the Standard of Ur? B. A hollow wooden box showing war and peace. Found in a royal tomb, it provides a visual record of the social hierarchy and military of early Mesopotamia. Which organ was not preserved in canopic jars during Egyptian mummification? B. The brain. The brain was considered useless and was usually discarded through the nose, while the heart was left inside the body. Who was the first ruler to unite the city-states of Mesopotamia into a single empire? B. Sargon of Akkad. Sargon the Great founded the Akkadian Empire, the first multi-ethnic, centrally ruled empire in history. The Valley of the Kings became the preferred burial site during which period? C. New Kingdom. To prevent tomb robbing which plagued the pyramids, New Kingdom pharaohs hid their tombs in a desolate valley. Mesopotamia's base 60 mathematical system, sexagesimal, survives today in B. Time and circle degrees. We still use their system of 60 minutes in an hour and 360 degrees in a circle. What did the opening of the mouth ceremony aim to achieve in Egypt? A. To allow the mummy to eat and speak in the afterlife. This ritual was performed on the mummy or statue to magically restore the senses for the next world. The Hanging Gardens, one of the wonders of the ancient world, were located in C. Babylon. King Nebuchadnezzar II is traditionally said to have built them for his wife who missed the green hills of her homeland. Which group in Egyptian society was responsible for keeping records and taxes? B. Scribes. Scribes were highly respected and exempt from taxes or physical labor because literacy was rare and vital. What was the primary material used for construction in Mesopotamia due to lack of stone? B. Mud bricks. They used adobe or sun-dried mud bricks, which meant their buildings required constant repair and layering. The Egyptian concept of Ma'at represented B. Balance, truth, and justice. Pharaohs were responsible for maintaining Ma'at to prevent the universe from falling into chaos. What does the Epic of Gilgamesh reveal about Mesopotamian views on life? B. Life is difficult and death is inevitable. The story follows a king's failed quest for eternal life, reflecting the somewhat pessimistic outlook of Mesopotamians. Which pharaoh is famous for being the most powerful builder of the New Kingdom? A. Ramses II. Ramses II built massive monuments like Abu Simbel and ruled for 66 years, often called Ramses the Great. The Sumerian king list is unique because it B. Blends historical facts with mythical long reigns. It records kings who supposedly ruled for tens of thousands of years before the Great Flood. What was the Book of the Dead? B. A collection of spells to navigate the underworld. These papyrus scrolls contained cheat codes or spells to help the deceased pass the trials of the afterlife. Which Mesopotamian empire was known for its extreme military cruelty and use of iron? B. Assyrians. The Assyrians used terror as a weapon and were among the first to equip their entire army with iron weapons. The Great Sphinx is thought to bear the likeness of which pharaoh? B. Khafre. Most Egyptologists believe it was built for Pharaoh Khafre, whose pyramid stands directly behind it. How did the geographical isolation of Egypt benefit its early development? B. It provided natural protection from invasion. Deserts on both sides and cataracts to the south acted as barriers, allowing Egypt to develop in peace for centuries. Which Mesopotamian city is considered one of the oldest and the home of the biblical Abraham? A. Ur. Ur was a major Sumerian city-state and a center of trade and religion in southern Mesopotamia. In the weighing of the heart ceremony, the heart was weighed against B. The feather of Maat. If the heart was heavier than the feather, burdened by sin, it was eaten by the monster Amit. What was the primary purpose of cylinder seals in Mesopotamia? B. To sign documents and indicate ownership. Individuals rolled these engraved stones over wet clay to create a unique signature or seal. Which female pharaoh took the full titles of a king and wore a ceremonial beard? B. Hatshepsut. Hatshepsut was one of Egypt's most successful pharaohs, focusing on trade and architecture rather than just war. The term Mesopotamia literally means B. Land between two rivers, derived from Greek Meso, middle, and Potamos, river, refers to the land between the Tigris and Euphrates.